Hello traders and welcome back to ChrisFX. Today I'm going to show you yet another profitable scalping strategy. All you need to do is to follow those following steps. And for this strategy, what I want you to do is to go in your TradingView platform and then go to indicators, type down moving average, and then go moving average exponential, and once you have your moving average exponential, double click on it or go up here and click on the settings button and go and place length to 200. And of course, if you want to change the color of your EMA, then go ahead and change your color. Then press OK, and then I want you to go and add the Stochastic RSI. Again, indicators and then Stochastic RSI, this one. Okay, you add this one, I have it already on my chart, and then you go again and you click on the settings button, and then of course you can change the colors if you want. You see I have this kind of orange and blue, and then here I want you to go ahead and type 3, 3, 14 and 14 and then press OK. And I have extensively back tested this 1 minute scalping strategy, so I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the trades that I have noted down right here. And of course, if I go ahead and switch up to the 4-hour time frame, you will see that I have taken many different trades. But more on that in the end of the video. Let's begin with the strategy. What we're going to do with this strategy, first of all, when price is above the 200 EMA, then we are only interested in buys. But when price is below the 200 EMA, as it is in this case, then we are only interested in sells. Okay, now that we have cleared this thing out, let's go ahead and proceed, and I will show you how you can utilize this strategy. Since we know that now we are below the 200 EMA, as you can see right here, of course we are interested only in sells. And what we are waiting for, we are waiting for a retracement. We don't care exactly how large this retracement is, even though I have more rules for this strategy, but what we care about now is our indicator down here. We have the bias that we are underneath the blue line, underneath the 200 EMA. We know that we are interested only in selling in this occasion. So now we are looking for the so-called regular divergence. But in this occasion, you might say that, Chris, here we have a downtrend, okay, indicated by lower lows and lower highs, as we see right here. And if we have a downtrend, then in order to see a regular divergence, which might be an indication of a reverse in the trend, then what we want to see is a lower low in the price, but a higher low on the indicator, correct? This is what the regular divergence is all about. Okay, of course this is not the most clear example, but let's say that this is way higher than this one, but this in price is lower than this one. In this strategy, we are not gonna use this thing. We are interested in sells, as we said previously. So what we are waiting for, we are waiting for a retracement in the price. And then we will consider this small retracement that will play out right here. We will consider this as a minor uptrend, which we will utilize in order to play the regular divergence. So I will show you what I mean by that. At one point, we think that price is gonna retrace. Let's say that price retraces until this point right here. Okay, once price retraces, and if price retraces, makes one of these retracements, and then we see, for example, that price is making a higher high compared to this one, but on the indicator, on the other hand, we see that we're making a lower high, then we will initiate a trend and we will go for a 2-to-1 risk to reward. I will show you where to place your stop loss as well. So normally in a downtrend, in order to identify a regular divergence, you would be looking at the lows. But now, supposedly we're saying that this whole retracement, we are looking at it as an uptrend, as a very small uptrend, which, for example, on a 5-second or a 15-second time frame, this is gonna be an uptrend, this retracement of the 1-minute time frame. And again, price is fractal. So we're looking at it as it is an uptrend, this retracement, and we are checking the regular divergence on the small uptrend. So in this occasion, we're gonna check at the highs in order to find a regular divergence. Okay, so if we have a higher high, as indicated by this one compared to this one, but we have a lower high on the indicator, on the stochastic, then we will be waiting for step number 3. And I will show you exactly what I mean. I will leave this drawing for the moment right here, and we will continue with our first example. Okay, so I will move forward because I have back tested it and I know exactly where my trades have been placed. So we're not gonna waste any time at all. Let's go in our real example. What do we see now here? We see that, let's go ahead, this high is higher than this high. But what do we see on our stochastic RSI? That probably this high is gonna be lower than this high. So we are already prepared in this occasion. And now we are gonna move on to step number 3, which is when do we place the trade exactly, if those other criteria are being fulfilled. We are below the 200 EMA, so we know that we are only selling. We are making a higher high on the price, as we can see right here. We are making a lower high on our indicator. So we have our first criteria. So the final criteria is a crossover of the blue line in this occasion, which if I double click right here, you can see this represents the K and this the D. As we see right here, we want to see a crossover of the blue line with the orange line, and then immediately we initiate a sell trade. Okay, again, this is a systematic approach to scalping, so if I give this strategy to 2,000 people to trade with it, it will be almost exactly the same for all of these people. This is how a strategy should be. Let's go ahead and check out if we have such crossover. And important thing, you have to wait in real life for this candlestick to close, because now if you zoom in, you see that the crossover has happened already. Okay, so we are below the 200 EMA once again, higher high on the price, but we have a lower high on the indicator. So we have a regular divergence on this small, let's say, uptrend in a smaller diagram, in a smaller time frame. This is a whole uptrend, as we said. Okay, and then we see the crossover of the blue line with the orange line. Once this crossover has happened, then we initiate a sell immediately. And now regarding the stop loss, you can go ahead and use the average true range, of course, but you can also place your stop loss, let's say, above the previous area. This is a very small stop loss. Usually you're gonna get stopped out if it is so tight right here, but you can go ahead and place a stop loss above the 200 EMA or according to the average true range indicator. We have talked about it a lot in previous videos. Okay, in this occasion I placed the stop loss above the 200 EMA, but using the average true range as well. So let's check this out, how this played out. We're going for a 2-to-1 risk to reward in this beautiful scalping strategy. And here we hit our first win. We're going to show 2 or 3 examples so that you get the logic. And by the way, if you enjoy the content that I'm providing here on ChrisFX, then go ahead and click the like button and press on the subscribe button as well, and turn the notifications on so you do not miss a single trading strategy that I am publishing. Let's proceed with our second example, which is exactly right here. This saves me a lot of time when I'm producing the video, because I have done the work beforehand, and then I can present you a strategy instantly. Let's go ahead. I'm going to show you 3 examples, 1 sell and 2 buys, and of course there's gonna be a loss in here. Now we are above the 200 EMA, so what are we doing? We are only buying, remember that. So let's see if our criteria is being fulfilled. What is gonna be our criteria now? Of course we are in an uptrend, but do you remember what we said? We said that we're gonna check the retracements. These retracements we're gonna identify as small downtrends. And now if we see a lower low, okay, if we see a lower low but we see a higher low on the indicator, then we are initiating a trade when we see the stochastic crossover also. So let's see if we have what we want to see. And here we have it exactly right here. What do we have? Let's go together so you get used to the strategy. We have a lower low. Okay, price is making a lower low, but on the indicator we see a higher low. So in this occasion we have a regular divergence for this small downtrend, if we consider this a downtrend. Okay, so we are initiating a trade on the crossover when the blue line crosses the orange line immediately. And in this occasion I think I again used the ATR, or I placed the stop loss below this area. But of course you could have placed your stop loss below the 200 EMA. This is another thing. Let's go ahead and see how this played out. Wherever you would have placed the stop loss, you would have lost this trade, as we can see. Okay, this is a loss trade. Now we are below the 200 EMA. Those consolidating periods you want to avoid to be trading, of course. There's nothing specific, no impulsive movements here. Okay, we want to see clear price action. We are above the 200 EMA. Let's see if we see more price action. There we go. Sometimes you will have to zoom in a lot in order to identify if indeed there is divergence over here. And of course we have a regular divergence right here. And you can see it clearly. Now that we zoomed in, you can see that this low is higher than this low. Okay, both of the lines. But this low is lower than this low on price action. So we have this pattern again, which is the so-called regular divergence. And now we initiate a trade on the crossover. The crossover happened in real time right here. As you can see, it's this candlestick over here. Stop loss I placed below the 200 EMA. And there we go. We won this trade. And of course, I have tested it numerous times. I have back tested it more than 100 times already, this strategy. But here comes the good news. I'm launching my website, probably in the end of this month or middle of the next month. And you can go to my website when I launch it, and you can check all of these strategies that I'm showing here on YouTube. I will be writing blog posts dedicated on every single strategy that I'm showing here on YouTube. Plus there you will be able to see all the statistics that I have gathered. So this will be something that I will keep only for the website. Of course, you will be able to access this information for free. You will just need to go to my website. When I launch it, I will of course announce it, and there you can see all of my statistics and even more. This was our today's video. I hope that you enjoy it. Again, if you like the comment, like and subscribe. Turn the notifications on. Do not miss a single strategy, and especially those fast-paced 1-minute scalping strategies that I'm showing right here. I wish you all a great trading week ahead. This is gonna do it for today. Thank you all for watching. Until next time.